The world of XRP is on the verge of seeing a possibly game-changing event that might have a significant impact. Currently, there is a lot of talk about the prospect of burning all of the XRP that is being held in escrow. In spite of the fact that the current burn rate is roughly 5,000 XRP each day, which is equivalent to approximately 1.825 million per year, there is a growing amount of conjecture that this pace is steadily increasing. As much as 25,000 XRP are being burnt every single day, according to the assertions of some observers to the contrary. What's more, this action is purportedly connected to Ripple's escrow accounts, which is a fascinating development. As a result of statements made by a former Ripple director, the situation takes a more dramatic turn. These statements indicate that Ripple may carry out a one-time big burn of all of the XRP that is now in escrow. This appears to be more than simply a matter of speculation in terms of the chance of this happening. The timing of this scenario, which coincides with Ripple Labs' announcement that it will purchase back approximately $1 billion worth of XRP from its existing supply, is what makes it even more intriguing. With this information, many people have come to the conclusion that this buyback and the prospective escrow burn could be connected to Ripple's settlement with the SEC, and that Ripple still requires XRP, which is the reason for the buyback. Massive repercussions would result from such a burn of the escrow account. It is possible that the value of XRP would more than double to $10,000 per token if Ripple were to burn all of the XRP that is currently in escrow. My analysis, in conjunction with the increasing number of partnerships that Ripple Labs is forging and the fact that they require XRP to sustain these collaborations, shows that a valuation of $10,000 per XRP might be necessary for Ripple Labs to maintain its operations and expand its operations. Hello, members of the Money Side family. You have returned to your reliable source for all things pertaining to XRP. First things first, let's take care of some housekeeping to get things started before we delve into the material for today. You would be doing me a tremendous favor if you could just hit that like button. To become a member of our thriving community, you must first click the subscribe button and then enable the alerts. In addition, please hold on because we are about to reveal something very wonderful. Every time we reach 60,000 members, we are getting ready to give away an incredible amount of XRP. Participating in the giveaway is a very easy process. Simply adhere to these 3 simple instructions. Make sure that everything is in order, and don't forget to leave a hash money side in the comments section so that you can be sure that you are entered. XRP is expected to reach $10,000 as a result of Ripple's ties with international payment systems, according to a number of articles that have echoed this sentiment. Given the growing extent of Ripple's global alliances and their reliance on XRP, a big increase in the value of XRP is not just a possibility, it could very well be a requirement. This is because its value is expected to climb significantly. The growth trajectory of XRP has been nothing short of exponential, and recent reports, both those that have been leaked and those that have been made public, are attesting to its proliferation around the globe. Specifically, a report that was stolen from BlackRock has disclosed that the company intends to employ XRP for international financial transactions. In this paper, the most important points are addressed, highlighting the rising role that XRP is playing as a worldwide cross-border payment service. Bolstering this trend is the recent announcement made by the Central Bank of Ireland that they intend to use XRP for transactions that take place across international borders. Not only does this constitutes a substantial affirmation of the potential that XRP possesses in the financial space. While this is going on, the Global Central Bank of Japan has begun the process of implementing XRP for its global payment systems. The development of a central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger is currently being actively collaborated on by over 30 central banks, which is part of a bigger trend that is currently taking place. It is believed that 19 of these central banks have purchased a total of more than $9.4 billion worth of XRP through their purchases. There is no way that this number takes into account the possibility that the FedNow instant payment service may integrate XRP anytime soon. The FedNow instant payment platform is reportedly contemplating the use of XRP to manage the blockchain component of their payment system, as indicated by information that has been leaked without authorization. This new development is a manifestation of the rising faith that people have in the technology behind XRP and its capacity to be utilized in contemporary financial applications. It is impossible to overestimate the significance of the proposal made by the Federal Reserve of the United States to acquire full ownership of XRP and Ripple Labs. This decision, which is intended to prevent retail purchases of XRP, signifies a fundamental shift in the landscape of the financial industry. RippleNet is a system that employs the XRP ledger and digital asset rather than constructing a traditional CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. The Federal Reserve's objective is to exploit the efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and eco-friendly characteristics of the RippleNet system. This strategy is especially pertinent in light of the current global trend in which major central banks in over 8 countries, including the BRICS nations, have already formed partnerships with Ripple Labs in order to use the RippleNet system and the XRP ledger. XRP and XLM have been publicly suggested to have the potential to play an important role in the blockchain component of the Federal Reserve's FedNow payment system, which further emphasizes the Federal Reserve's engagement with blockchain technology. In accordance with one of their reports, the FedNow services partnership with Metal Blockchain to facilitate the conversion of fiat currency and stablecoins in a short amount of time is a significant step toward the integration of traditional banking with decentralized finance. The only way for citizens of the United States to make quick domestic payments at this time is through the use of third-party applications such as Venmo and PayPal, or through digital wallets for cryptocurrency transactions. On the other hand, the FedNow system, which is presently in the process of being developed, intends to incorporate cryptocurrency into its architecture. This platform has attracted involvement from more than 120 organizations, including newcomers such as US Bank and Exchange Bank, in addition to a wide range of payment processors and solution providers. Examples of these organizations include, as a result of the possibility that Ripple may be incorporated into the FedNow service, we are on the approach of witnessing a huge advance in the field of digital banking. A number of financial technology businesses, including Ripple, which is well known for its innovative solutions for international payments and open-source distributed ledger technology, are being examined for participation in this effort. Additionally, Stellar Lumens, commonly known as XLM, is a prospective partner for the FedNow service. This cryptocurrency is well known for its blockchain-based payment network, which enables global transactions to be completed more quickly and at a lower cost. This leads us back to the two most important portions of our conversation, which are the possibility that the price of XRP could exceed $10,000 in the not-too-distant future, and an important milestone will be reached for the digital asset known as XRP as a result of these two variables, which are interconnected. A potential driver for XRP to achieve the predicted price target of $10,000 is the anticipated mass burning of XRP from Ripple's escrow, which is expected to take place in the near future. This idea has been further strengthened by statements made by Matt Hamilton, a former director of Ripple, who hinted that Ripple could burn all of the XRP that is now stored in its escrow wallet. This disclosure is especially significant in light of the ongoing legal struggle that Ripple is engaged in with the SEC, which points to the possibility that such a burn might be included in a prospective settlement agreement. These are repercussions that will have far-reaching effects. Not only would a significant reduction in the supply of XRP have the potential to raise its price to $10,000, but it would also result in an unprecedented demand for XRP from retail and institutional investors alike. These investors are increasingly interested in using digital assets like as XRP for international financial transactions. As a consequence of this, the amount of XRP that is currently available would significantly drop, which would require a higher valuation for each individual XRP coin. XRP is going to be able to manage an incredible volume of transactions, which is absolutely staggering. Due to the enormous number and value of these transactions, the price of XRP must be set at $10,000 per unit. This is because the ISDA, also known as the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, alone is responsible for more than 1.2 quadrillion worth of transactions. This essay does an excellent job of encapsulating the enormity, as it makes it abundantly obvious that the objective of XRP is to permit transactions in the ISDA that are greater than 1.2 the quadrillion. In addition, this is only one component of the equation. The aforementioned amount does not even take into account the other significant actors in the systems in which it is anticipated that XRP will have an effect. The prospective use of XRP by SWIFT for payments, the ambitions of SBI to spread XRP remittances across Southeast Asia, and substantial acquisitions by financial heavyweights such as BlackRock and JP Morgan, who are said to have began acquiring over 7.5 million XRP, are not included in this analysis.